All right, welcome back to part 7 of box 2. And, a lot of these I film back to back. Whether or not they get posted that way, to me, it's moments later. To you, it could be a day or a week or who knows, depending on how you watch these and if you bother to continue to watch the extra parts. But if you have an interest like I do, I'm sure you'll be catching every part. And here's the Chambers Brothers doing Time Has Come Today. Time. Yeah. That's a good one. I remember that one. It says it was from December 1967. I'm sure this is a reissue, but still a great song to have on a 45 in really good condition. And most of these in this box were in really great shape. I mean, really, really great shape. I'm really happy with this box. I Can't Turn You Loose isn't a song that I recognize as well. It says it hit 37 in December of 68, but Time Has Come Today, oh yeah, I definitely recognize that one. And moving on, we got James Brown. Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. That was one of his big songs. It says it hit number 8 back in August of 65. And I don't know that song extremely well, but I do recognize the title, and I know it was a big hit for him. And the B-side of that one is Night Train, which actually makes me think more Guns N' Roses than James Brown, but I don't believe that's the same song there. And moving on again, we've got Soul Man by Sam and Dave. Now, this one was put out in 1979 here, but it goes back to September of 67 when it hit number 2. So this is another gusto. We had a couple of those earlier in this box. And I'm sure that this was a reissue, probably because of the Blues Brothers. And they were doing Soul Man as their big, dance number on Saturday Night Live. The Blues Brothers was just Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. And I did like John Belushi. That was another tragic loss for us. Oh, nice job there. All right. Sam and Dave doing Hold On, I'm Coming, which apparently hit number 21 in June of 1966. Don't recognize it by the title, but I bought it for Soul Man. B-sides are just that. They're bonus sides. They're not what I buy them for. So here we've got the Association doing Along Comes Mary, saying it hit number 7 in June of 66. This is a back-to-back hits, clearly a reissue, which I don't know. I probably have way more reissues than originals, but as again, it doesn't really matter as long as I can hear the song, listen to it on my turntable. And this one, number 1, Cherish. So I guess this would probably be considered the A side if it was number 1 hit. But Cherish is the word I use. That song. That's a well-known song that I know. But September of '66, number 1. All right, moving right along here. I think we'll be able to finish this box in an episode after this one. We're not going to quite wrap it up here, I don't think. But Mr. Big Stuff, Who Do You Think You Are by Gene Knight, hit number 2 in June of 71. And Stack Records, I think this is the first Stack I've come across in the first and second box of my collection. A pretty well-known record company. You Think You're Hot Stuff by Gene Knight, 1977. Yeah, I know the Mr. Big Stuff. I don't know that one. And moving on. This is a really nice 45 to have. Gallery. It's so nice to be with you. I love all the things you do. Hit number 4 in April of 72. Yeah. I probably did some roller skating to this one too. And on the B side of that, Ginger-Haired Man. Interesting title. I don't know the song. And they don't have any markings on here, so apparently this could very well be an original copy of the Nice to Be With You 45. It's not a double hit one like this one, Phillips double hit series. That's a real big clue right there. We got us a reissue. But Dusty Springfield doing I Only Want to Be With You, which has been redone quite a few times. I remember at least one poppy remake in the 80s and one in the 90s. But they're saying it hit number 12 in February 1964. Yeah, that is, I believe, the first time that the song was done was by Dusty Springfield. And double hit series, so All Cried Out was supposedly some hit song for Dusty as well, but it's not noted on here and I don't recognize it, so we'll have to take Phillips' word there that it was a double hit 45. And moving on, oh, there's a nice different sleeve. The Boardwalk Entertainment Company. But it's a Dunhill 45 in the sleeve, so I don't think they're properly matched. But it's clearly marked A-side, so Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got by the Four Tops, 1973. Yeah, that's a good song, definitely. And on the B-side, we've got The Good Lord Knows. Also 73, obviously, but I don't know that song. Definitely know the A-side. And then here we got a little post-it note with some info about the next one. Here comes that rainy day feeling again. By the Fortunes, hit number 15 in June of 71, according to the notes that somebody was kind enough to write on all their 45 labels for us. And the B-side to that one, I Got a Dream. Yeah, well, I know the A-side. About all I can say there. Now we got another collectible, so we're talking another reissue, and yes, this one is a much older song. Paul and Paula doing Hey, Hey, Paula, I Think He Wants to Marry You. Number 1 in January of 63. Yep, these were definitely produced for the jukebox market, no doubt about that. And the B-side, which is clearly marked B, but All I Want Is You I don't recognize, whereas the other one I did. And typically the song you recognize, not always, but typically the song you recognize is that A-side. So we're doing pretty well here zipping through these, so this probably will wrap up this box after all in this episode. The Reflections, just like Romeo and Juliet, hit number 6 in May of 64. And the B-side of that is The In Crowd, which they're saying hit number 13 in January of 65. So that's another double A-side, but I don't recognize the inside by the title. Time Won't Let Me by The Outsiders, Capitol Records. Very cool. Another one that's just in really nice shape. So many of these in this box are in really great shape. And Girl in Love, still The Outsiders, but don't recognize that one. It says it hit 21 in June of 66. Now we got a Hall of Fame sleeve, but it doesn't match up with the disc, which is an epic. Bobby Vinton doing Blue Velvet. Yeah, that's another good song. Going back to August of 63, they're printing right there on it. Hit number 1. Very interesting. And on the next side, the B-side, Blue on Blue. It says it hit number 3. So this is probably one I probably would recognize if I put it on the turntable. But just going off the title, nah, I don't know that song. And then here we've got a nice Motown sleeve. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And we've got a Motown disc in there. My Guy by Mary Wells. And this song, reminds you of Sister Act, where she changed it to My God. But My Guy hit number 1 in April of 64. And this is a 1972 issue of it, so, obviously Whenever it's a yesteryear series, it's not a recent release. But the B-side of that's what's easy for one is so hard. Well, what's easy for two is so hard for one. Nope, I do not know that song. So, got just a couple more here. So, we've got the Jarmels doing a little bit of soap that washed away the tears. Hit number 12 in August of 1961. Roy Records. This is 1978. I love it when they clearly mark them because then you immediately know that, yeah, this wasn't the original copy that came out. And the B-side of that one's Baby Let's Wait, which they're saying hit 35 in January of 69 by the Royal Guardsmen. Okay, so this is two different bands on a 45 again. We had a little bit of Soap by the Jarmels and Baby Let's Wait by the Royal Guardsmen. So, had a lot of those in this box. Rather interesting. So, we're going to wrap this one up with Matthew Wilder doing Break My Stride. Ain't nothing gonna break it. Hit number 5 in November of 83. And that's on the B-side of that. This had to be an early barcode because usually, 83, yeah, that's early to see a barcode on a 45. But by the time you hit the mid 80s, they mostly all had them. And that's an instrumental version there. So there you have it. That's the end of box 2. And we'll be back again with box 3 in the not too distant future. Have a great day.